wake in the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and get real high and I grab the top of my lungs.
What's going on? Stop.
So that's our intro. So how did you enjoy
That's our intro?
No, that's our intro. I mean, that's our, like, you know, our little chat before the real intro. It's the intro to the intro because you want to make things interesting. You want to spice some things up, you know. I know you're all business, you Capricorn, Aquarius, code.
I know, shut up. Anyway, welcome to the Weeabooth. I'm your host with the most. The Brat Prince. And that's Anthea.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I guess we're just gonna get down to brass tacks.
I mean, you were about to ask me how my Thanksgiving was when I literally spent it with you. Like, that's the stupidest question ever. How was your Thanksgiving? She said, as she literally eats fucking ham and shit beside me. How you doing? As you would know. You were there. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
I mean, but from an inner perspective, you know, like getting into the mind of, you know, a cleric, you know, just like, how
was my Thanksgiving? Well, my Thanksgiving was alright. I mean, I woke up and I took a step outside and I took a deep breath.
Oh my God.
I got real high. No, okay. So, and then at the top of my lungs, I was like, what's going on? No. So, my Thanksgiving, I mean, different than normal Thanksgivings. Well, kind of different. I usually cook one thing on Thanksgiving, and it's always like something super easy, like pre-bought rolls that I stick in the oven or whatever.
I made them bitches homemade.
Yeah, you made homemade bread, so that was good. And then I made the green bean casserole.
Mm-hmm.
Kinda.
I failed the mac and cheese.
You really did fail the mac and cheese.
I didn't fail it 100%.
Well, I guess, but I hated it 100%, so for me it was a 100% failure. Maybe not for you, but you can go ahead and eat that giant-ass pan of mac and cheese by yourself then.
I mean, it needs a little seasoned salt.
It needed more than that. Like, I tried it and I still hated it, so no. For me, it was a 100% failure.
Well,
I'm sorry,
I used
love
different
you.
cheese because it was cheap and we broke. So, you take that as you do.
Okay.
And apparently, if you went traveling this Thanksgiving, you pretty much probably got COVID, so.
Yeah, so I heard TSA put out a report that it was like they screened like almost 10 million people traveling over the holidays, and that's too many fucking people with a pandemic going on. See, we always wonder, how did people die during the Black Death? Stupid shit like this is why.
Right? It's like, I get it. I understand. But that's why I didn't see nobody except for your face over Thanksgiving.
Yeah, because we live with each other already, so. Yeah.
Anyway, so welcome to the Weeabooth.
Yeah, Weeabooth.
Where we talk about nerdy news, anime reviews, and the last section is a spicy rant from us about a topic that gets us particularly heated.
Yep. So, well, I guess we'll start with some news, you know. Whatever. I guess I'll let you go first, because you were actually more prepared than me.
Yeah.
On this, I was not. I was kind of like, shit, what the hell are we going to talk about? So
The World Ends With You. I'm fucking hyped.
Oh, yes, the video game. Right?
Yes. Yeah. Okay, so it's Neo, The World Ends With You, and it's coming out summer 2021. And it looks like all new protagonists, except for one. If you played the first game, you will recognize a face there. He's not adorable. My trash gremlin, Minamimoto. Fuck yeah. And then the World's End With You anime is coming out next year as well. I didn't see a date.
Is that for the first game?
Yeah, it's for the first series. So that's coming out. I'm super hyped because it actually looks really, really good.
I'm kind of hype about it because I never played the game myself. I've seen people play it. I know a lot about the game just because a lot of people I knew played it. So I'm kind of interested to see like an anime version of it. I think that'll be easier for me to, I don't know, just do. I just wasn't interested in the game when it came out at the time, It
was a really good game.
But
like,
yeah.
I think it came out when the 3DS kind of first came out. And so it really showcased what those dual touch, the dual screens could do, as well as the touch screen. It utilized like anything. Tapping, sliding, slashing. Anything you could do with the touch screen on that thing. So it was really fun in terms of gameplay and mechanics, and the storyline was really good too.
Okay.
And it wasn't very long, so that's why I think it can make a successful anime, because it wasn't an extremely long game.
Right.
Unlike, I never watched the Persona 5 anime, but I heard it was but that's like 100-hour game.
Yeah. With
a whole bunch of like other characters you can talk to, so it was like, I would be harder to shove into anime form unless you make a really long anime. But this one is a pretty streamlined story, and it's not a very long game.
Okay.
So I think the anime should be good. The animation looked awesome, and of course the music is always banging. So I'm excited to see what they do with the new video game they're coming out with, because it looks amazing.
It's coming out on the Switch and the PS4 and 5, I think.
Yes.
Maybe. I at least know the PS4 for sure. Because I was like, we don't got no PS5. It's coming out on PS4.
Yeah. Well, we also have a Switch.
Yeah.
So,
would you prefer it on the Switch or on the PS4?
It depends on the game mechanics.
Are you going to like look it up before?
Yeah, because if they are going to utilize a touchscreen function, I would play it on the Switch, because they do have the stylus pen.
That's true. Yeah.
And it's a touchscreen. If not, I don't know.
See, I'm actually kind of interested in that too, because it's kind of like the Switch does have the ability that it has like the touch screen thing going on, and all this other stuff. But the PS4 doesn't really have that, other than that tiny little thing that's on the controller. And of course, like, people don't really think about it, but you have to port all these games to different systems,
Yeah.
So would they take the time to make something that is very like handheld Switch with the touchscreen compatible, or are they not? And they're going to be like, okay, we're putting this on all these different platforms. What'll port best for everything? That way we don't have to do like a completely new system entirely for one system or the other. Yeah. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see like what that does.
Yeah. Because I know they did that for Dream Drop Distance when they put because Dream Drop Distance was originally for the 3DS as well, so it utilized that touchscreen function. But like they adapted it for the PlayStation when they made those combo games,
right? So
I don't know. Maybe they will.
Yeah.
Who knows how, I don't know how long they've been in development for this game. Obviously, probably a while. But it looks super shiny and good.
Yeah, especially if they're saying it's going to come out in the summer already. So they've been making it. They're doing a damn good job of keeping it a secret, I guess, because, I didn't hear shit about it.
Well, I heard, whispers and stuff about it. Like, ooh, they're going to make a new game? Oh, are they going to make a new game? Yeah, I think they're... And it's all and finally guess what, guys? And they just drop this trailer. And it's just kind of like, one of my friends sent me that gif of, Rose from Titanic. Like, it's been 85 years, because we've been waiting for a long time for this game. So I don't remember when The World's End With You came out. Yeah, I know it was 09, 08. So, sometime before the 10s.
Sometime before we became together as a couple. Yep.
Yeah, so...
Okay.
It's been a while since the last game was a thing, so...
Right.
Yeah, another thing that's coming out in summer of 2021 is the BNHA movie. They're making a third movie, and we've seen, the little... clip of it, or not clip, the little poster thingy of it, and it's meet the Three Musketeers, so I'm guessing it's going to be heavily centered around the growth and development of the heroes, Todoroki, Bakugo, and Deku, which...
My OT3, Todo BakuDeku.
Right? Oh, yeah, so I bet the Todo BakuDeku fans are going to live and breathe this movie and stuff. But honestly, half the fandom doesn't fucking deserve this movie from the way they've been behaving on the fucking internet. All y'all fucking ship wars and harassing the creator. None of y'all deserve this movie.
It's true.
Because y'all want to come for the creator, but you want to still eat his food? Don't bite the hand that feeds you, bitch.
I know, for real, though.
So, but yeah, so I'm excited about that. I'm excited to see what they're doing with that. It's like, I haven't fallen out of the BNHA fandom or whatever. I haven't really been keeping up with the manga. I just haven't really cared to. I've been kind of focusing on, doing my Japanese homework and watching other stuff because, it's a little saturated on the internet, as well as the fandom just driving me absolutely insane.
Yep.
But I know some of the spoilers. Like, I don't care about getting spoiled for that series. So I know I'm gonna, find out eventually when I get back into it. Mm-hmm. So, so that's exciting too.
Yeah. The outfits, the art.
The outfits look cool! Yeah. They look like firefighting outfits.
Yeah, in a way they do.
Yeah, some cool-ass patrol thing. If they glow, I'm gonna be like, hell yeah! They Tron-esque.
I would love that. That'd be amazing.
Oh my god, that would be awesome to make. Put LEDs in your shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah, LED strips. Fuck yeah. Though I probably would. I have so many other cosplans that don't involve BNHA. I'm excited for them.
I hated making one hero outfit. I don't want to do that again. I just want to cosplay people who wear normal clothes. Or normal-esque clothes. Something I can more easily make. I'm buying Sora's outfit. I am not making that. No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna make Riku's because it doesn't look hard, and I'm also plus size, so it's hard to buy that shit. Mm-hmm. So, anyway, I guess more on the anime side of things. I know this is a little late, and everyone knows this already, but voice actor died. Kirby Morrow, I think that's how you say his last name. Mm-hmm. He voice acted Moroku. And I know that they were going to use the original cast to voice act Yashahime, so I guess they're gonna have to find a replacement for him, for Moroku, since he does make an appearance in Yashahime. So, yeah, that's kind of...
Well, I mean, they've already dubbed it, I think, so...
Oh, did they?
Yeah, I remember they had a, what was it called? A premiere of the dub a few weeks ago. So that might already... I don't know when he died, but he might have already... Recent. Yeah, he might have already at least filmed at least a certain amount.
A certain amount, because I'm sure they're going to make multiple seasons of this show. I've only seen an episode of it so far, so I'm going to continue. But that's all I've got so far. Other than that, they've come out with their spring list of stuff already for anime.
All I can say is that I think I don't know much about Yashahime, so forgive me, guys. I think the girl that has the white hair and the short white hair, red streak, and kind of has a more boyish appearance. Toa, I think is that the name?
I don't remember.
I don't know that one though. I very briefly listened to the dub premiere of it, and I don't like their voice. I'm just like, they had the potential to give them a cool voice, because they got that kind of boyish look to them or whatever. Wasted. And that's very disappointing.
Oh boy.
I just want to say that. It's just like...
This is why you need to send in your demo reel to Funimation. I know it wasn't Funimation, I know it was Viz. That did...
Yashahime. Oh, okay, yeah, I was about to say.
But still, this is why you need to send in that demo reel.
Okay, let's not talk about that, okay? So, but, yeah. I guess. We'll just leave it at that.
Shit.
But, yeah, so that's very sad that he passed. I don't know what other stuff he played, and you didn't look it up, apparently, so...
That's all I know him from, personally.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know how much they managed to film prior, but if it continues on long enough it's an Inuyasha spinoff, so it'll probably be at least 100 episodes. Forever! Yeah, they'll have to find someone to replace him. That's very, very sad.
Yeah.
So, well, I guess, I don't know if you have anything else. Nah. Quiet. All right.
Your turn.
My turn? Okay. Well, from one topic to another is kind of in the same line, bring you your video game news. So, America in general is spending more on video games, okay? Mm-hmm. In fact, the MPD group, they did an entertainment report on video games, and they put up a chart on their Twitter in regards to it, right? So when you think about the typical gamer age, we're thinking about like teenagers, younger adults, maybe into like their 30s, or whatever. And after that, we kind of stopped thinking gamer, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Of course, because an older generation obviously was growing up with video games. We're gonna have older gamers now, of course, Mm-hmm. But it comes as a surprise, so it shows that in their report. For people 18 to 24 years of age, their spending and investment in games has gone up by 24%, all right?
It's because they broke as fuck.
That's actually good. 24%, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not because they're broke as fuck. It's just something that it's all like, I didn't realize also that it's kind of all like, there's probably a demographic that really wasn't interested in games until the pandemic hit. And they couldn't go out and have anything to do, Because it only went up 8%. For the ages of 25 and 34. That's the age that they're probably making their own money. We're the age that grew up with video games. So if we were already playing video games, we were already playing video games. And only a little bit more of our cash could go towards it because we weren't spending it anywhere outside anymore with going out and hanging out with friends or whatever. So it only raised 8%. Now, we get into the older demographic. Ages 35 to 44 went up 37%.
Jeez.
And then 45 to 54, it went up 59%. And this is
so close to 69.
Exactly. And then 55, wow. And then 55 to 64, it went up 48%. And anyone above 65, it went up 45%. That is crazy.
What kind of games?
So this is talking about spending for the big companies like Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox, right? It also includes mobile gaming as well.
Okay.
So which we know is kind of all like, that's so much easier to do because it's just from your phone.
Yeah.
You can just usually buy it. You can get a free game normally, and then you have the microtransactions where you can spend a little, or you can pay for... most mobile games are going the route of, it's free, and then make you want to spend the money, you know? Get you hooked on it, or whatever. But yeah, it's probably is like, it says that MPD analyst Matt Piscatella, I believe is how his name is pronounced, he says, this year, video games is one of the most consistent growth categories in terms overall of participation and investment relative to 2019 and 2020. So, and he says, this may simply reflect an acceleration of trends that were in effect prior to the pandemic. If this is the case, then the gaming market could experience continued growth without a post-pandemic pullback. So, if you are, I want to make games and I want to get into, the mobile game making, this is the time. This is the time because the market is booming right now because we don't got nowhere to go, nothing to do.
For the foreseeable future.
Yeah, to play fucking games. And with, as we know with mobile games, kind of once you get started and on that trend, you're kind of just fucking there for life, honestly,
Yeah.
And so...
think of all the parents, because, let's see, my mom is in her 50s, her early to mid 50s, and she grew up with arcade games. So it's just kind of now that those people are no longer just working their asses off right now because of the pandemic, they have time to sit and play the games that they possibly played back when they were young and playing games at arcades, because there's tons of arcade games that have made their ways to the Switch or the PlayStation, you know, like those fighting games. Yeah. You know, my mom loved Tekken. That was her, like, when we got Tekken for the PlayStation, she was on it, like, all the time. She always wanted to play. You know?
That's interesting.
Well, just, you know, think of Street Fighter and all those kinds of games. So it's reminiscent of those kinds of games that she used to play all the time. So now that more people have more time at home, even if you're still working and you're just working from home, it's just all like, oh, hey, like, you can sleep in. You can stay up a little later. You can spend your lunch break in your own living room. You can eat while you're working, so you might not even need like a lunch break. You might be able to take your break just doing whatever, like watching Netflix or playing video games. So that's probably a huge contributing factor to the fact that the older generation, Gen X's, are really whatever, and then probably the boomers are doing...
When does the boomer generation, like, end? Like, what year? I'm gonna look that up, because my parents, I think my mom is Gen X, but
your mom is Gen X, because your mom and my mom are the same age.
Yeah, let's see. Okay, so it ended in 64, basically. Okay. Alright, so my dad is a boomer, basically. Yeah. Because he was born in 54.
Okay.
Yeah. So, he and my mom have never been into any kind of games whatsoever.
I guarantee, though, they probably play some kind of mobile game.
I know, probably now, you know.
Yeah. I mean, because a mobile game could be something as simple as Candy Crush. You know? Yeah. So, and that's a super easy one.
My mom, yes, I'm 100% sure. My dad, he's really just never liked any kind of game. Like,
no fun!
So no fun!
Fuck fun!
No fun! It's funny because he's the one who bought me all the gaming systems. Like, he's the one, he thought it was super cool when it came out. But I think it's because it was just like...
It's technology.
Oh, technology.
Yeah, it's probably...
And he's an engineer, so he's like, technology, but then he was just kind of like...
Yeah, the content probably didn't interest him. The technology, fascination was probably the thing that's like, oh, look, you can do with this console or whatever. Yep.
And when it comes to spending, this is what we got, guys. You gotta stop buying fucking consoles from fucking scalpers. Like, so there's a company, quote unquote, you know, a group. Basically, all of its members obtained 3,500 PS5s to resell them for like $1,000. Like, I understand that, and now, you know, they're hitting the news again because now they have currently 1,000 of the Xbox X Series consoles now ready to just fucking resell. I understand that you want the newest console, but we gotta stop people like this, you know? Like, you can't just... Don't buy it from them. You can wait a freaking moment until, you know, the company makes more or whatever. It's not that fucking crucial. Like, unless it's your job. Like, unless it's your literal fucking job, you know? Like, you are, like, a YouTube streamer and that's your revenue, or you are a game reviewer and that's how... You probably don't have to worry about it then, because most likely the company that you work for is gonna buy, you know, the stuff for you. Like, I write sometimes and stream with a company called That Nerd Show, and I didn't have an Xbox One at the time before the X Series came out, and they were like, "Oh, you don't have one?" I'm like, "No, I had to switch into PS4, you know." And they were like, "Well, here you go." And now I have an Xbox One that I don't play that much. They're also nice enough to also buy us or help purchase the Animal Crossing game when it came out for the Switch, so we could review it. So that was pretty cool. So people like that or whatever, who do it for like a living, I understand if you're like, I have to have this console, man, that's my livelihood. But everybody else, no excuse. Yeah. No excuse.
Because because people are like, oh no, the pre-orders are run out. They're the ones who did it. They're the ones that snatched up all the pre-orders, or they're the ones that snatched up all of the first wave of consoles, which is why they're out. They're creating that heightened demand on purpose. They're making places sell out. And so in order to make these people stop is just don't buy them. Don't buy that $1,000 PlayStation 5 that probably still buggy as fuck because it just came out and they need a widespread audience to really test it out. And so you're going to have this $1,000 console that's giving you these problems because it's buggy versus a a console that's half the price, and you'd be like, okay, it's buggy, I can just get it taken care of instead of a whole grand.
Yeah, and also, half of you guys don't fucking realize when you buy from places like that, you sometimes don't get the consumer protection that you would get if you bought it from a retailer like GameStop or GameStop of all places, or whatever.
Fucking GameStop.
Right? But you don't get that protection anymore because if you buy it from them and it goes the fuck out, at least you can probably take it to GameStop. They have it, show that you've bought it, you know, you have your receipt or whatever, they can do something about it. You buy it from a scalp, that's it, you know? If it breaks because it is brand new and it's super buggy, you might be shit out of luck, you know?
Yeah, I know a lot, like, any retailer will give you the option for some sort of warranty.
Yeah.
Every retailer will.
Yeah.
Any legit retailer will. So if you're buying it from, you know, Cool Dude 1152 off of eBay, you know, because he's scalped it, he's scalping it, you're not going to get that warranty guarantee. Like,
and you just wasted $1,000 fucking dollars.
$1,000, like a whole grand. Like, no, thank you. That's
two of whatever the fuck you're buying. I don't know how much these consoles are, but
it's $500.
That's both the Xbox and the fucking PlayStation 5 you could be buying. Like, what the fuck? Why would you do that? Like,
I'm gonna wait. I don't need one right now. I'm just fine with my PlayStation 4, my Switch, and the other thing that we have that I don't play.
Xbox One?
That thing. The X-Bone.
The X-Bone, yeah.
You know, I'm just fine. I'm content. So, and also, it's not super, super pressing that you have the newest PS5 anyway, because most of the games that are coming out for the PlayStation 5 are going to be coming out for the PlayStation 4 for a little bit. So I'm gonna wait until they find all the kinks in this machine before I drop some money on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Don't buy from people like that. Be patient. Good things come to those who wait, like non-buggy systems.
That you paid a whole G for.
Yeah.
Nah, bitch.
Yeah.
Y'all miss me with that shit.
I know. I know you got that money to spend now because you ain't going out with your friends and eating it away or whatever. I don't. But don't do that. Don't do that shit. Don't do that dumb shit. It's dumb shit.
Or fuck, you might not have it.
Damn, right? I know. Fuck. So, but I guess that's it for our nerd news.
Yeah,
you know. We will. What are you doing?
Huh?
Oh, you were leaning in like you're about to do something dastardly.
And I said, hey, We'll take a break.
Yeah, we're taking a break, and we will see you when we talk about...
Talentless Nana!
Talentless Nana, yep.
Woo!
Alright, and we'll see you soon.
Do you want buttons of your trash ship for your eat-a bag? Do you need posters to cover up all of that paint on your wall? Well, come visit our Etsy shop. It's called Brat Print Shop, spelled the old-fashioned way, SHOPPE. Hi, and welcome back.
Yay.
We're gonna do our 3-episode review of Talentless Nana. Hajimete!
Yay. Amazing.
So, that was an interesting show.
That was an interesting show.
At first, I thought it was gonna be kind of like a My Hero Academia type thing. Because, you know, you have the talented. And I was like, oh, these are just quirks, you know?
Yeah.
All these kids have talents. I'm like, okay.
And they're going to school.
Or
training camp, technically.
Yeah, training camp to become the saviors of humanity because of these enemies of humanity or whatever. So I was like,
okay.
A
little bit more like a focus on, like, we have a very specific threat that we're getting rid of, and then you have these kids who have superpowers or whatever, and here we go, we're gonna save the world, and stars a boy named Nana.
Yeah, Nano. And it's just like,
Who
okay.
doesn't apparently have a talent, at least
Not at first.
at first. And so I'm like, alright, he's all cute. I like
I'm like,
him.
oh, he's quirkless.
Oh, like Deku, yeah.
And so I was thinking, oh, Talentless Nana. Like, maybe that's a cute nickname for Nana, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, where's this gonna go? Because
Okay.
I was already starting to kind of wane interest.
I know, so boy meet cute girl, you know.
Also named Nana.
Nana! Yay, you know, and she has the ability to read minds.
Yeah.
Ooh. You know, and then you have, like, some
And then
90s Bishonen guy.
Which one? The ice one?
The ice guy.
Yeah.
I'm just like, alright.
Those fucking bangs.
The bangs, though.
When they go up
Yep,
and then they go down.
Yeah, I'm like, that's so 90s.
Yep, that's Sephiroth style.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
There were two transfer students. Because
Yeah.
you had the other guy.
Yeah, the hot guy.
Yes.
Kyo.
Is that his name?
Yeah,
I forgot it.
Kyo. I remember, no, it's Kyoya. Yeah, sorry. Kyoya. It's Kyoya.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Kyoya. The only reason I remembered his name is because I'm like, it's Host Club.
Oh.
And, I don't know, I was also reminded of Zero,
Oh, Kiryu?
Zero from Vampire Knight. Shut up!
Oh god, okay.
Okay, you can see it though,
I can see it, but I like this guy better than Zero.
I mean, you know, I like him. I like
Zero
him.
is just, you know, Twilight anime Twilight.
Anime? Did you say anime Twilight?
Yeah, that's Vampire
That's
Night.
true. That is.
Yeah, but we ain't talking about Vampire Night. Fuck that show. I love it so much. It's terrible.
Yep.
We are talking about Talentless Nana. So, the first episode that we're going to discuss, if you haven't seen it yet, and you're still listening like, this couldn't be too... The first episode is a spoiler.
The very first
episode that we are discussing right now is a spoiler.
So you need to hit the road if you don't want to be spoiled.
Until our next break, and then you can come back and join us for our shit. Because we be on that bullshit all the time. So, turns out, Nana, pink-haired, oh my god, Genki!
Mind reader
Kawaii!
chick. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I mean minds! Hello!
Oh, pink-haired anime girl! Uh-huh.
I just touched my boobs and I did that.
I know you did. I was very distracted.
I was just bouncing them up and down.
Uh-huh, yeah. That's why I'm just like, yeah. Because I'm just sitting here watching a titty jiggle. Nice.
I know, you can't see it, unfortunately. Ugh. They're kind of rashy.
Please let's not talk about that on this show.
Well, it's said. Anyway, so, so she is actually not a mind reader. She is not talented, as they call them, at all.
Nope. She's just like a serial killer.
She's an assassin. Shit got dark real fast, because we're like, because look at this budding friendship between Nana, who had no friends, and Nana, this pink-haired cutesy girl, and look at this budding friendship.
Because she finds out he has the power to negate other people's powers. And she's all like, oh yay, let's be friends, and then pushes him off a cliff. Yup, just pushes him right the fuck off a cliff. And that's the end of the episode, pretty much.
Yup,
Like,
I was like, okay, so he's like, because I thought he was the main character.
Yeah.
And
as they lead you to believe.
And I was like, okay, well, maybe he still is the main character. Oh, no, he's not. He's dead.
Yeah, he's dead now.
He dead.
Or we're assuming he's dead. And we'll actually get to that come episode 3. We'll get to that come episode. I'll talk about that when we hit that episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but yeah, he's dead. She pushed him off a cliff, you know. Well.
He died.
She doesn't have any talent at all, like we said. She's just good at reading people. Yeah. I'm guessing they're using her intuitiveness to kill the talented.
Yeah.
Basically.
The government put all the talented kids on an island to get killed, essentially. And the reason why they put them on an island to train was to make them complacent. Because it's all like, if they said, oh, well, you're talented, we're sending you on an island, no explanation. Well, of course, they're probably going to riot and be like, this isn't fair. But if they're like, no, you have a special mission. And we're sending you here to help the world and making them feel special. Of course they're going to go to this island and be like, this is great. You know, I get my meals paid for and I get to go to school. I get to show off my fancy powers. This is great. And then they send the assassin to pick them off one by one.
Yep. So we hit episode 2, you know, and of course, the kid that we thought was a main character boy is missing, and they're assuming he's like sick and staying at the dorm because it's only been like the first day. It's like the next day, you know, or whatever, and he's gone and whatever. And so of course people are, you know, start to get worried, and then Mr. Hot Guy Kyoya, other transfer student boy,
White-haired Bishonen,
comes around, you know. And he's already like, something happened to him. He's just automatically, like, suspicious, you know? Especially because the other guy was like, I'm gonna be the class leader, and then he fucking dies or disappears the next day, so they're all like, what the fuck, right? So we get into this other character who, I'm sorry, I didn't remember his name. Basically, he can go back into the past. And he can't go back any further than 24 hours.
Yeah, I don't remember his name either.
Not important. Past boy. So, so in this episode, they are trying to find out what happened before 24 hours passes, and they have no clue he won't be able to go back any further in time, basically. So he's trying. And then you can explain it, because I was just like, what the fuck afterward? Like, okay, Ice Boy froze a lake.
Yeah. Ice Boy froze a lake the previous day. No. The next day. Yeah. After Nana pushed Boy off the cliff, the Ice Kid froze over a lake during their training session at a certain point of the day.
Yep.
And it was going to take a long ass time for that lake to thaw out, basically, because he froze it real good. So... back in Time Boy, I think he has to jump, when he jumps time, he has to be in the location. Like, I think when he jumps, he's in the same location, just in the past.
Yeah.
And each time he jumps the past, it makes him, like, real sick.
A lot of energy.
Yeah, it's a lot of energy to do that. So, basically, what Nana does is she takes... Boy into, like, Time Boy into this really misty area and was like, oh, hey, this is where, Nana, like, he got eaten by an enemy of humanity. Because she was like, I witnessed that happening. And he's like, holy shit, maybe I can save him. And... well, she actually, like, convinced him, you might be able to save him if you go back in time.
And he can warn us, you know?
He can warn us. So, when he jumps back in time, and then he jumps back to the present, which would make him trapped under the ice in the lake. So he would have just drowned.
Yeah. So she just drowned him.
Yeah, she drowned him.
She time drowned him.
Yeah, because it's like, he would have had to teleport under the lake.
Yep.
So, under the ice in the lake. I was like, oh, fuck. Because when she explained that, I was like, oh, shit, he did.
Yep.
So, he died.
So, here's a real question, though. What about his body? That Reg's gonna unfreeze it.
Yeah.
At some point.
Yeah.
That Reg's gonna unfreeze at some point.
Because, like, she has to basically kill all these people without getting found out. And as soon as she transferred... people are starting to go missing, like...
sus.
That's super sus. And which is why she probably has that carefree, cheerful facade to try to, like, take a little suspicion off of her. Because everyone else is kind of rough around the edges. But it's kind of all like, girl, people gonna start noticing.
Yeah. Which brings me to episode 3. So Kyoya, hot silver hairy shonen, mystery boy who's an otaku.
He's a fucking otaku.
And I love him. All right, so he's all like, he's suspicious about like people disappear. You know, he's like, yeah, that's not normal. You know. And she realizes, Nana realizes, she's like, I gotta get rid of this dude. He's gonna be on to me. I gotta get rid of him quick. But he hasn't come out with what his talent was.
Yeah.
At that point, right?
Yeah.
So, anyway, he ends up inviting her to his room or whatever, so they play video games, and she notices that he doesn't have a sense of smell or whatever because of just different hints in his room that show that off. And so she's like, okay, so he feeds this cat or whatever that's in like a storage room or something, and it has like a gas burner in it. Well, she turns on the gas, and when he goes in to feed this fucking cat, he blows himself the fuck up.
Because he wouldn't be able to smell the gas.
Nope. And she was all like, cool, alright! And she runs and she's like, oh man, I gotta find out what his power is. Well, he comes out of that, like, he looks like he's all hurt, but then all the wounds heal, and it's like, I'm invincible. Finger gun. I'm just like, well, you know. So now you know that his power is that
he can't die.
He can't die. So that'll be interesting, which kind of sets it up to be all like, he's probably gonna be the last one that she has to kill, because figuring out how to circumvent like fucking invincibility gonna take some fucking time. Yeah, you know. And I mean, also you can just tell by the theme song that he's clearly her
main rival.
Yeah.
Theme songs are very telling.
But that brings me to what you were talking about. First boy dying. I don't think he's dead, and this is why. Kyoya, remember, found his watch, and he was all like, I feel like he left this as like a red herring to show that something is wrong. He fell off the bridge, okay? Fell into the water. Unless you survive that, you're not thinking about taking your fucking watch off. Your watch isn't just gonna fall the fuck off of you.
Well, the thing is, it wasn't intact. It was broken.
I
there's
know
like rocks and shit.
I know, but it doesn't work quite like that. Like, it doesn't. I really don't think that he's dead. Like, I really don't. So, like, there's just something super, and just the way that the Kyoya also worded it as well. Once again, he said that he did it on purpose. So, even he's probably looking at the watch and be like, it doesn't look like it was broken because it hit the rocks or anything like that. It was taken off. Now, he could have taken it off and was like, this is the last thing I can do. And then got just whooshed away by the water. But one, we also haven't, you know, he didn't mention, he went down here himself. He didn't see his body. Now, of course, once again, it could have just been carted away, but he probably was looking for his body if he took the time to fucking go down there. You know what I mean? Probably did like a very small search area. Because if he was hit by rocks or whatever, your body's probably going to either get lodged in them and stay there, or maybe some of his clothing may have gotten left behind too, like shoes, like the small, like that kind of stuff or whatever, but he didn't find anything but the watch. You know? So that's why I'm kind of like, I don't think he's dead.
I think he is, because honestly, what else would be the point of him? Like, because...
Okay, in literary terms, he's the first person that she's killed or whatever. And, like, he could make a comeback as another rival, especially if something does happen to Kyoya.
Then she could just kill him again. And it's like, I don't know. I think he's dead. I think he's gonna leave. I think the whole watch thing was just the point of him, because I think he might have hit the rocks, the watch broke, and then he, you know, just ended up you know, dying. Because it's just kind of like, because if he was alive, why not just come out her? Because it's kind of like,
Well, she mentioned that he was super smart and analytical, which is why she wanted to get rid of him fast, you know? If he still got that same kind of, like, intelligence about him
I thought she was talking about, Kyoya.
No, she was talking about Nano. Yeah. She was talking about him.
I'd have to rewatch it.
Yeah. So, she's like, he's got that same kind of, like, intelligence or whatever, that's why she was hyping him up about him being leader, you know? Yeah, to him, to make him feel all confident and stuff, you know? Because he's like, I do all the research on, like, all the, like, the enemies of humanity and blah, 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 like that kind of stuff. You know, if he's got that same, like, mindset, I wouldn't just bust out of the woodworks and be like, just doing this because he has no proof, you know? So, because she could be like, he fell, you know, and he's just blaming it on me, you know? And you know how the teachers were all like, oh, we can't tell people that anyone's missing, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
That's also super sus, though. That's really fucking suspicious. It's
yeah.
Like, yeah, we can't actually tell anyone outside until you've all graduated. Does that mean death? Is that what graduation means? It's like Danganronpa?
Yeah, I think so. Everyone graduated because they all died.
Yeah. Because who doesn't tell them your kid died day one? You know? Like...
I don't know. I don't think he's alive. Because I think it really is meant to be... just like Nana and Kyoya pit against each other, and Nana will have enough problems knocking off the rest of her classmates. I think it might be a person by person, you know, like the monster of the week type thing.
Yeah. Gotcha.
And then you have the overarching plot, which was her rivalry with Kyoya.
Yeah.
So that's why I think he's just gonna be bumped off, because they needed someone for Kyoya to be suspicious. And so, of course, Nano's death would be that thing like, why isn't he here? Because the reason why he was suspicious is because Nano's just like, oh yeah, I'm going to be the class leader. And all of a sudden he's not there. And then, you know, well, why isn't he? So that's what could really raise the hairs on Kyoya's neck. Like, okay, this is super weird.
Yeah.
And then also noticing that Nano got really close and stuff. So I think it was, I just think he was built up to the plot. I honestly think he's dead. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'll see. Yeah. So.
Maybe. I don't know if I'm too interested in watching the rest of it.
I'm not really interested in, like, watching too much. I mean, it's cool, like, the premise is interesting, but, like, I don't know, like, the storytelling is a little kind of flat, I guess, you know?
Yeah.
The characters aren't super interesting either. Like, I like Kyoya, and I mean, Nana herself is interesting. She's definitely, like, different than the typical, like, Genki girls that we get or whatever, but are they enough to continue to get me to watch the show? Not so much. It might be one of those things where I might look up a synopsis at some point, or if I hear any more about it from someone else, maybe I'll jump back into it or something, because I'll be like, oh my god, this show, it's really good, you know, blah, blah, blah. Maybe some cool twist happens to it, but it kind of feels like it's reading out to me to being, girl comes to murder all these people, and she's probably gonna eventually be stopped. Yeah. You know? Like...
It reminds me a little bit of Death Note, not as convoluted, but kind of like that whole, she's doing it for the good of humanity, and she's gotta sneakily kill everybody all on her own, and she's gotta, like, bob and weave and avoid... suspicion,
and I also don't know how am I supposed to feel about her as a character? Like, am I supposed to be like, cool, you know? Am I supposed to be like, oh man, I hope she gets stopped? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. And I think it's just because, like, I don't get to know, I haven't gotten to know a lot about the other characters. They bounce around them way too much for me to be like, I really like this character. I hope you don't fucking kill him. Other than Kyoya, who's a rival. But they have a whole fucking class of people who honestly just don't look interesting.
No, they don't. Which is another reason why. Because it's like, I am definitely I guess a co-protagonist lover. And I'm just kind of like, I'm not interested in any of these. So I'm just like, it's It's good. I think it's interesting if you like murder mystery stuff, if you like things like Danganronpa or Death Note or whatever. I think it might pique your interest, but I do agree that the storytelling is a little too flat for me. It's a little uninteresting, and it's a little rushed. I think revealing that whole thing first episode was a little much. I was like, oh, fuck.
Oh, no. I think that was kind of cool that they did in the first episode. But because I feel like with how Yankee and whatever it was, I would have become too suspicious of her super fast. And I like the fact that they're just like, before anyone can think that she is fucking weird in some way, let's just have that reveal. It was cool, but I feel like they then jumped into her killing all the other people way too fucking fast, because it's like, I don't know these people. How am I supposed to feel any kind of... God, how am I supposed to feel any kind of sympathy for her killing them, you know?
Yeah, because the only thing we do know about her is that she was sent by the government to do all this shit. And then she kind of seems to enjoy it, too. So it's just kind of
like, why do you hate people with power so bad?
Yeah.
Like...
I mean, I know they're like, their potential is they could kill a shit ton of people.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like...
Right now they're just like, kids too, so it's kind of all like, what quick way to fucking play judge, jury, and executioner here, you know? Like, it's shit.
Yeah, so I don't know how I feel about, like, what are her motives and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, I know we're not going to get all that in 3 episodes.
No, of course not, yeah.
But again, am I interested enough?
The ending of the 3rd episode did kind of make me a little bit more interested in watching it, only because I'm like, I want to know more about Kyoya. I'm sorry. I'm just all like, oh, he's Mr. Cute. Invincible guy. You know?
He's cute.
He is cute. I like him. I like those. He's also weird.
Yeah.
He's broody, but he's fucking strange.
I know. The way he was just like squeezing her ponytail, it's like, I like to like touch fluffy things.
And she's like, the hell?
When he's thinking, you gotta touch fluffy things. And she's like, the fuck?
Yeah.
It's like...
I'm like, amazing.
Yeah.
But otherwise,
would I continue?
Nah. No. Probably not.
I started Hunter x Hunter. So, that's it.
Is that how it's pronounced, Hunter x Hunter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you say Hunter x Hunter, all the Hunter x Hunter fans are gonna come after your throat! And be like, they'll be like, the X is silent, and just cut an X into your trachea.
I was just wondering,
so
because it's kind of it's kind of like holic, where, you know, you pronounce it X or triple X holic or whatever, and it's just the X's are supposed to be silent. So I was just wondering if it was the same.
Yep.
Same thing.
Apparently so.
Alright, well, now we know. Well, that was our review of Talentless Nana. I probably won't be watching it more. I might look it up at some point just to be like, so what the fuck? But otherwise, I probably won't watch it. Next on our agenda, no idea. What the fuck was that?
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Okay, alright.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Okay, alright. I don't know what that is. So
apparently it's all the rage. It has a lot of hot guys.
I mean, I like hot guys, so maybe that, I guess.
So yeah, we can start that. So I wanna see how that's like.
Alright. Okay.
So next week, Jujutsu Kaisen.
Alright, we're gonna hit, and then we're about to talk about our hot button topic.
Our hot takes. Spicy rant by some spicy famale.
And we will be talking about fucking ship wars.
Ship wars!
Yeah, God. Alright, we will see you after the break.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Alright, welcome back. So, welcome to our nerd rant where we go off on some fools.
Oh boy.
Today's topic is ship wars. From the dawn of time, when shipping became rampant on the internet, where people created GeoCities accounts for SasuNaru.
Shrines.
when people would roleplay on Gaia Online their favorite ships.
There have always been.
There have always been
Ship wars.
ship wars.
Dun, 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 dun. I feel like I should put some kind of like music there, like
Right. So, ship wars. Oh, God. Where do we begin with this clusterfuck?
Let's begin in the days of Naruto.
In the days of Naruto. Because I really don't...
Naruto.
I haven't heard of ship wars happening before then, but maybe there were. But that was before my time on the internet.
There are ship wars since fucking Digimon. at very least. Like,
Who is...
like Tai Sora, Matt Sora, you know, whatever. There have always been ship wars, but never before in this amount, due to the fact that we now have things like Twitter and Tumblr and all these other things that are used to show our pleasure or displeasure.
The social media.
Social media,
The
yes.
social media.
Yeah.
Because, like, I mean, when I was growing up, like, I stayed in my little corner, like, because I started doing the internet frequently when I was, like, 11, 12, and I was into Neopets, but I actually just played Neopets to play the game. I didn't really want to talk to people.
Yeah, did they do Neopets have forums? I'm sorry, I never did Neopets.
I think they did. I think Neopets had forums.
I never
and you
did
can
Neopets or Gaia
message
Online.
people
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Yeah, I wasn't too into Gaia Online either.
Yeah.
Because I was really heavily into Neopets.
Mhm.
I was super into Neopets. And getting all of the fairy outfits. I wanted all the fairy paint for my thing.
Okay, I think before we get into this, we should explain what the fuck a ship is to people who don't know.
Why are you listening to the Weeabooth if you don't know what a ship is?
Well, I mean, people who are into video games or whatever and just play fucking video games.
But
and
there's
don't
ship
give
wars
a
in
shit.
video games too.
But that depends on how much you are into the community. Think about that. A ship war
true.
is definitely a community thing.
I suppose.
Yeah.
Because...
there is no supposing about it, because you just said, when I was young and on the internet, I didn't blah blah with ship wars because you weren't engaging in the community.
I was a baby.
Yeah, see, well, there you go.
I was a baby.
We don't know how old people are who are listening to this. We know, you've seen the analytics on my YouTube channel. You know the fucking ages of people who listen to my shit. You know, like, hello.
But they're the ones having the ship wars.
Probably.
Anyway.
Probably. And
This
also
is for our older audience.
Mhm, yeah.
Because I know people who are into video games, they don't know what ships are. I had to explain to somebody.
yeah.
at work.
Basically what it is that it's the pairing between two characters, for example. I don't know. What word are we going to use an example? Okay, we'll use Naruto. We're here with Naruto.
Yeah. 'Cause there's-
Naruto and Hinata.
That's
That
a
is-
canon
That
ship.
is a canon ship. It means
That-
it has happened in the universe. It is canon.
Yes. It has been written.
In the Naruto canon.
It has been written by the creator, and so that is the true ship, because that is what the creator has put in the universe.
Mm-hmm.
So it is the canon ship.
I wonder if people know where the word canon came from.
I don't know.
It's actually biblical.
Really?
Yes, it's about like yeah, because there's like canon in religion.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's where it came from. It's
So
kind
do
of
they
like,
have non-canon?
as is written.
So do they have non-canon ships in the Bible?
I mean, if you're here, I ship Moses and Ramesses, you know, that's from the Prince of Egypt movie, you know, like that kind of shit. But it's like in canon, it's like it's a biblical term, you know. It's like as it's written, and so kind of it's all like everything that is written, like Naruto, whatever is written in Naruto is canon because that is what has taken place. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
educating the weebs.
Woo! Yeah. So, Naruto and Hinata is a canon ship because the writer has written it. It exists in this world with proven facts that it exists, etc.
Got
so
married
on.
and had babies.
So forth. It is canon.
Yes.
A ship such as Naruto and Sasuke
is
is
not
not
canon.
canon because
That
it
is
has not taken place. It is all speculation, and we can read between the lines all we wish. But it did not happen. Naruto did not marry Sasuke, so it is a non-canon ship. But because we live in a nice, fantastic world, we can like whatever the fuck we like, you know?
Yeah. I actually don't like SasuNaru. I like GaaNaru. And these are examples of boys' love ships.
Yes.
So these are gay ships, and you also have straight heterosexual ships, and you have lesbian ships. You have triads and polyamorous ships.
OT3s.
OT3s.
Or OT.
Yeah, the OTP is your one true pairing. That is yours.
Your favorite.
That is your favorite
pairing.
Because there are people who say, that's the OTP. No, that is your OTP. It's not my OTP.
Yeah, thank you very much.
It's your one true president. Not my one true president.
Wow, okay. And then you have OT3, which is the one true threesome pairing.
Yes. If you like the triad.
Mm-hmm.
And you can have OT4s, OT5s.
I just call them OTGs at that point. My one true group. My G's.
my one true Mormon family.
Mormon family. Yep. So these are our ships, and you know, when you read, and you know, and to put it in a more or less whatever term, like if you read a book and you're like, man, I wish this pairing will get together, that is you liking a certain ship.
Yeah.
Regardless if it does come true or if it doesn't come true.
Or if nothing happens
Or if nothing happens at all. Yeah, that is that is a ship.
Yes.
And you can like it as much as you want because you know what? It is a fictional world. And we can do it as we please. But see, this is where the problem begins.
The problem begins when people are jumping down each other's throats because, say you got really attached to SasuNaru. They are your one true pairing, and there's so much proof within the canon that they must have fucked at some point. And it's undeniable that, you know, in chapter 15, in the 4th panel, I don't know, I'm pulling shit out my ass.
I know you are.
Yeah. That they gave each other the eyes.
The eyes.
The eyes.
And you knew they were in love.
And we knew that they were in love from that very moment.
But maybe they just could not be, you know? They just could not be.
Yes. Yes, because ninja, whatever. So, anyway, so that is your ship. Say my ship is, nah, brah. I like GaaNaru.
Mm-hmm.
I like they had so much build up and character development and all those things Gaara says about Naruto. He's obviously in love with him.
Yeah, he's the sun.
He is the sun, and you know, he is the moon, the light of my life, and blah blah blah. So you have all this. I can pick out all these little instances where, oh yes, Gaara is in love with Naruto, and Naruto will come to realize it one day and fall deeply, madly in love with him as well. You know, and then SasuNaru person is like, oh, no, you tripping, motherfucker.
Yeah, fuck you. Obviously, SasuNaru is where it's at. No, I also like GaaNaru, but I'm just here.
Yeah. So, it's like, shut up, you fat whore.
Yeah.
SasuNaru is where it's at. No, you stank bitch.
It's GaaNaru.
It's GaaNaru. Motherfucker.
And so they tear each other apart on the internet.
Yes.
And it's just like, but why? You know?
Real feelings are hurt over these things. Like, real actual tears are cried over these fictional fucking characters who don't even fuck.
Right? And I'm just all like...
And so you have people, like, spreading all this hateful shit and tearing each other apart, saying, oh, well, if you like this pair, you need to go see a therapist because there's something wrong with you. Oh, if you like this pairing, that means you're a pedophile. Oh, if you like this pairing, you like rape. Like, just, like, really terrible things that people are attacking over just for two people that are drawn on a piece of paper.
Or rendered. On Unity.
Rendered, drawn, whatever. They are 2D. They run around on your screen. or they exist on a piece of paper or your screen that you're just reading. Mm-hmm. They don't exist. They're not real people whatsoever. They do not live. They do not breathe. And you're literally tearing apart like living, breathing human beings with actual brains, thoughts, and feelings, blood, and oxygen, and stuff.
And therapist bills.
And therapist bills. Like, I actually talked to my therapist about, like, the cosplay community and ship wars, and she's like, is this a good community to be in? Like, she's legit concerned about weeaboos. And I was all like, I'm good. I stick with people who don't act a goddamn fool and have some common sense.
Right.
So I'm okay. But I don't know about these other people.
Right.
Another example of more recent ship wars, not the most recent, is like, you know, like Rin Haru and Mako Haru from Free. That was a huge thing.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And then another one was with Voltron. I don't know the specifics. I never watched Voltron, but holy fuck. Apparently the fandom was torn to shreds over ship wars.
Oh damn.
To the point where people were like, I don't even care about the ending anymore. I'm getting the fuck out of this fandom.
Dang.
Yeah. It was just a whole ass wreck. And this is what people do. This is what people like spend their time on the internet doing to each other. They just tear each other apart for fictional characters that are never going to care about what you've said because they literally can't care.
Right.
You know why they can't care? Because they don't exist.
Yeah, for real. Yes. And I'm just... It just doesn't make any fucking sense to me because I'm... Like, I just don't understand how people can't just... I like this one thing and you like another thing and that's cool. I'm gonna just stick with the stuff that I like and you can like your own shit.
Yeah.
Because they act like it's the fucking... They act like we're doing some kind of weird fucking Spanish Inquisition or we're doing some kind of like thing where we're going and be like, this is my religion. It's SasuNaru, and if anyone else doesn't fucking like it, I'm on a fucking religious crusade.
You're colonizing my fandom. I won't stand for it.
Yes, it's like a fucking crusade when it's all like, do you feel like you have to convince people that your ship is right? One, if it's not a canon ship, it's not quote unquote right anyway, you know, It's not what happened anyway. And also, note to people who like the canon ship, good for you, yay, you know, but you also don't have permission to tear other people apart because they like something that is not within the canon. Like, it's not,
go fuck yourself.
Yeah, it's not about like, well, I'm right and you're wrong. No, it's not about right or wrong. It's about aesthetic. And I don't think that people understand that.
Like, these are legit... These are the kind of opinions where you can say agree to disagree. Mm-hmm. You know? Like...
This isn't like the election where you're like, I hate anyone who supports Trump because, you know, they're taking away my rights. That's legit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's legit.
That's not a valid opinion if you are against people. It is a valid opinion for fucking ships. Like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, you can say, I don't like it. Can we still be friends even if I don't like your shit? Yeah, I have friends who like shit that I don't like. And, I don't give a fuck about the pairing. Dinky Bakugo, sorry. You know, I don't care about it. It's whatever. But I have a friend who likes it. Cool. And I will, if I find art of it, I just like, oh, hey, man, you'll like this. And I send it to them. Do I have to like it? I do not, you know? And that's perfectly fine.
Shit, it's nice of you to do that. Like, you don't even have to do that.
Yeah,
if you absolutely fucking hate it, like if you see it and it makes your stomach turn, then you can just like block it off your thing.
There's only one pairing that makes my stomach turn.
Oh boy, we'll get to that later. But yeah, like it doesn't make any sense to me either, because it's just like I think it's gotten to the point where people are blurring the lines betwixt what is real and what is not real.
Which shouldn't honestly be a problem because these are drawn characters and this is a real person.
Like, people get so invested in their escapism that is unhealthy.
You know,
like, if you ever find yourself attacking somebody over a drawn character, I think you need to go, like, see somebody.
Take a step back.
Take a step back for a second and be like, wait a second, I actually hurt a person's feelings over an anime. over an anime. You hurt someone's feelings over an anime.
Character.
Or a character.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's anime, video games, fucking comic books, I don't know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it's all like, you're literally hurting a real person's feelings over a creation.
Mm-hmm.
Who,
not
again, will never care what you've done for them. Mm-mm. Because they cannot. They're literally incapable of caring because they don't exist.
Yeah.
They are someone's brainchild.
Yep.
And that is all they will be. Mm-hmm. And that is all they will remain. And so, like, the most recent Ship Wars, which is why I'm saying half of y'all don't deserve a fucking third BNHA movie.
Let me talk about this, because I'm the one who fucking told you about this stupid bullshit.
Okay, go.
Alright, so I am... Okay, I like a lot of ships, honestly, in BNHA, but
multi-shipper for life. Honestly, if you're not multi-shipping, you're losing out.
Yeah, you're losing out on a lot of porn. Anyway, but... you're losing out on a lot of porn.
I was thinking, dynamics. Variety is the flavor of life. You're like, porn.
Yeah, you're looking at a lot of porn, buddy. No, like, alright, so recently, and of course you can expand on this, but I came to my beautiful wife in the middle of the night being all like, I have to join in on this petty shit right now. And she's all like, what are you talking about? So apparently, one of my ships is BakuDeku. I am a BakuDeku fan. Love.
Cause it's
Don't give a fuck. I don't care. Like,
if you like it, there's something wrong with you.
Probably.
You like abuse.
Well, I mean, it's nice on paper.
It's like whatever.
It's whatever. I like the ship because I just think whatever. It both looks aesthetic, you know what I mean? And there's a lot of stuff that goes into a ship. That's why you have a ship.
Yeah.
You got a lot of stuff that goes in it. Anyway.
I like BakuDeku too.
I found that the KiriBaku fandom, who I guess those are like the two that I guess beef with each other on that, because I never hear like...
They're the loudest.
Yeah.
I've seen some people who are TotoDeku shippers going against like BakuDeku shippers.
Yeah. But I really haven't seen...
But they're not as loud.
Yeah, they're not.
I've seen a few comments.
But well, you know what? But you want to know why it isn't as loud? Because the common denominator in those two ships is Deku. The common denominator in this other ship is fucking Bakugo.
And if you like that gremlin, Jesus.
Yeah, that's fucking why.
People simp too hard for that Pomeranian.
Yeah. yeah. That's true. It is true. So I found that they had made a flag in a multitude of colors, of like pinkish, bluish, reddish, whatevers, of just sayings about why BakuDeku is a shitty ship. And in response, and I quite loved this response, actually, instead of, well, let's make a KiriBaku flag that says shit about that ship that we don't like, you know what I mean? They instead decided, we're gonna take this flag and we're gonna make artwork in the palette of that flag.
Which is a great clapback.
And so we spread love and more art, more BakuDeku into the world. Yeah. And I think that's a great response.
I think that was a great response.
And it allows you to be petty if you want to, but also it's not really saying anything hateful back. It's just like, you know what? I love this ship and I'm gonna show you why, And
it's kind of like, I love this ship and I'm going to love it regardless of what you say. Mm-hmm. And there's nothing that you can do to hurt me. Yeah. Because it's definitely it's a strong response rather than, again, like, you know, trying to make like a KiriBaku hate flag. Mm-hmm. And I quite enjoyed that. Also, shitty choice of colors on their part because it looks like it's got some of the colors of the trans flag on there. And I think that's in very much poor taste considering trans people need as much boosting and love as possible. So using those pinks and blues, just don't do it. Yeah, it's just that's a very poor taste. Extremely poor taste. Yeah. So, I mean, the whole thing in general is in poor taste. Why are you going to make a hate flag for? Yeah. Like,
Too much time. Yeah, too much time.
It's all like, no one who pays their own bills has time to do this. Honestly. And it costs $0 to not have done that.
Right.
It costs $0 to mind your own damn business, too.
Yeah.
And not have these weird, like, misconceptions of people who ship what they ship. Mm-hmm. Like, if someone, say someone ships Aizawa and a student, you know what? That's their cup of tea. I ain't gonna fucking, like,
pound on them about that's a teacher and a student, you fucking pedophile. Like,
yeah, it's like, no, because it's a dynamic that is used a lot in fiction. Yeah. Teacher-student relationships. I mean, look at, what is it, Pretty Little Liars? You have that right in there, where she's fucking her teacher. So it's just kind of like, you have that trope. It's a common trope. I don't think
they're looking at it from an age perspective. I think they look at it as the power dynamic behind teacher-student too, because it's kind of like, well, one's a student, one's a teacher. So that could be one reason why people like teacher-student. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, and even if there is, like, people like age gaps. There are people who are like the May-December people. Yeah. You know, or, you know, May-September. Also, whichever. Yeah. You know, it's like, it's a trope. These are tropes that are used in literature beyond our time, even.
Yes,
you know?
Beyond our time, and they will forever be used as, you know, plot points, or, you know, to make the story spicy, you know, to give a different perspective on different things that could happen in life, because it's like, and again, this stuff happens in real life. Not that I condone it, but I don't condone people who enjoy the fiction of it. It's like people who like the rape fantasy, like non-con. People who like non-con in their fiction don't wish to be non-conned in real life. Yeah. Like, I've seen, you know how many, like, trashy romance novels have non-con in them?
So many.
And like, I'm not gonna say women, people in general, like, people who enjoy it will eat that shit up because they just like it. Yeah. They like the fiction of it.
But do they want to actually be raped? No.
Yeah.
You know?
That's the beauty of escapism. You can enjoy certain dynamics in relationships that you wouldn't want for yourself. So, for people who are hating on BakuDeku and say it's abusive or what have you, it's kind of like,
it gives you a chance to explore that sort of relationship, like, and
without actually being in one.
Yeah.
You know, because there's, like, because Bakugo's trying to get his personality shit together. Deku is trying to not be as soft and squishy.
There's a certain beauty in the Beast relationship dynamic to that pairing too. Or the fix the guy kind of dynamic, which is very popular in tropes as well, which is why I'm all like, I don't see why y'all guys are getting up in arms about this. This has existed forever.
Yeah, exactly. So they're saying, oh, it's abusive, and, you know, Deku didn't forgive him. It's like, well, actually, he kind of did.
Yeah.
He never really wanted an apology from Bakugo. He just wanted him to stop yelling at him. I think that's the end goal. It's all like, I don't care what you do, just quit yelling at me, you know? And it's just like, and Bakugo is trying to understand somebody else. You know, it's just like, you have different dynamics. And yes, I understand the appeal of KiriBaku as someone who does like friends to more dynamics, kind of like Mako Haru. I love that one. And then, like, other ones. I can't think of off the top of my head.
I know, bro. Like, what do I like?
What do I like? I like so much. And it's all like, I understand KiriBaku. You know, I used to like KiriBaku. It was kind of ruined for me because the fandom is so nasty. If I had never, like, taken a peek into that flaming dumpster fire, I probably would have still, you know, enjoy it.
It probably doesn't help that it's all like, I didn't dislike KiriBaku, just wasn't a ship that I enjoyed, and you know, Anthea knows that I like BakuDeku, and so I'm the one who gets to hear, be like, oh, like, what's happening again I'm sad.
I mean, I see it too. Like, comment sections are poison. So it's just kind of all like, I see the appeal of that one. Is it my cup of tea? Sometimes, with some characters.
Yeah.
But maybe not for that one. particularly.
Yeah.
I like BakuDeku. I like Todobaku. I like BakuTodo. I also like KiriBaku Tododeku.
Yes.
I like the 4 of them together.
Mhm.
I like 3. Like, it's just like, and them in threesomes.
I like KiriBaku.
KiriBaku is also nice. It's like the beauty of being a multi-shipper. You have
Oh!
so many different dynamics that it's like there's so much to enjoy. And it's just kind of like, am I going to shit on somebody because they don't like a ship because they like a ship that I loathe? Nah.
Nope.
Because I don't give a fuck. Like, I actually really do not like SasuNaru. I actually loathe it. Because that is a very terrible, I think it's a terrible dynamic. Am I going to shit on somebody who does? No, because they might like it for a completely different reason that I dislike it. Or they might like it for the reason why I dislike it. And who gives a shit? I don't care. I'm not going to look it up. I'm not going to have it on my feed. I'm not going to have it in my presence. I'm just going to look up what I like.
Yep.
That's it.
That's the same for me in fucking puppy shipping. I fucking hate puppy shipping.
Gotta explain what puppy shipping is.
Shipping.
Because people don't watch Yu-Gi-Oh! No more.
Okay, puppy shipping. Fuck. Puppy shipping is Seto Kaiba and fucking Katsuya Jonochi, or Joey and Kaiba if you're, English dubbing that shit. But I don't like it. I hate it so much. Dear God. But it was everywhere, and at the time, and I just kept scrolling.
What if I liked puppy shipping?
Well, I mean, that's fine. You can like whatever the fuck you want.
I was supposed to say divorce.
No, that would defeat the whole purpose of this conversation. No. I mean, it's fine. It's kind of like, you just said, like, you don't like SasuNaru. I used to really, really like SasuNaru before Gaara really got involved. Because, he was all bad at first.
He was murdery.
He was murdery at first. But then he wasn't murdery. And then I started liking that ship way more because Sasuke dipped. So it's like, well, what is it called? That
Murder
saying.
hypotenuse?
No. Murder alive. He's still alive. No. The saying where it's all like, you forget. Not absence makes the heart grow fonder. The other one. You know what I'm talking about. Fuck! You really? Oh man, that's gonna fucking kill me until I know that.
Should I let you think? Should I talk while you think?
No, it's fine. But anyway, so but because Sasuke was gone or whatever, and I was like, well, forget that guy. That Gaara's here. So I just started shipping GaaNaru, and that's whatever. But if I still liked it or whatever. Which, I mean, I kind of do, still. But I don't show you art of it because I know you don't you don't like it. So I'm not just going to be like, oh, this is great. SasuNaru.
And see, the thing is, if you did...
The only one I would do is if I drew it and I was like, does this look good enough to sell? Like, I would be that.
But also, if you did show me SasuNaru art that you really loved, I wouldn't shit all over you for it. I'd be like, that looks nice. Because I can appreciate good artwork.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say, well, I hate it, but I guess it's good artwork. Like,
why do all that? Just be like, that's nice, and then you just move on. Like, we just move the fuck on.
It costs $0 to just move on. Like, I don't think people understand how much energy it takes to get pressed over something so trivial. There are people dying of coronavirus.
Jeez.
There are people dying of coronavirus. Kiri Lover 666. All right.
And here you want to talk shit.
And here you want to talk shit about a BakuDeku shipper calling her a disturbed slut.
Yep.
Because they like BakuDeku. And now that person has hurt feelings.
Yeah.
Or maybe not even her feelings, like, what the fuck? Like, maybe they're just like, what the hell? It's just spreading hate for no reason. Just spreading hate for absolutely no fucking reason. And it's tiring.
Yep.
Y'all need to go take a nap.
So here's the real question.
Get a hobby.
This is their hobby. But here's the real question.
Oh, no.
It is the real question. What's your OTP? Oh, shit.
Like, of all time? Of everything?
Shit, of all time. I don't think I could do that to you. Maybe. Okay.
My OTP in what?
How about this? How about your current OTP? Like, what you feeling right now? Like, what are the ones that you're feeling?
Nothing. I feel nothing.
feel
No,
nothing.
I'm kidding.
Okay, how about this? I'll give you anime,
Yes.
video game,
Okay.
and other something else. Yeah.
Okay.
Or if you have like a runner-up or something like that.
Okay.
You know, just a bunch. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. So for video game, it is a tie, and you know what it is.
Okay, let me take it. Please let me guess. Please
yes,
let me guess.
please guess.
Noctis and Ignis.
Heck yeah.
Ignoct, rather. And then Sororiku.
Yes! Hi!
Yeah.
Heh.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Those two.
What about an anime? You can have one that you're currently into, and then like one that you're into, but it's older now, so it's not just like, you know what I mean? Does that make any sense?
Okay. Well, we were talking about Makoharu, and I just love that pairing so much.
Yep.
So that's got to be one of my OTP from anime that just kind of resurfaces, and I just enjoy it every so often. One that I'm currently into. Really, nothing really. I'm not just like into whatever, because I'm kind of, again, like I said in the beginning, where I'm kind of taking a short breather from BNHA because people don't know how to act, and I gotta step away from that, so I'm not really searching anything.
Yeah.
And I've just been playing Kingdom Hearts.
So right now,
Dream Drop Distance.
what you're
so
into
right
is
now,
Sororiku.
Sororiku!
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yes!
Yeah.
Ah! I love him so much.
Oh my god. Yeah.
You're so good.
The same for me for video games, I guess, you know. Recently Sororiku for me, because I'm just getting into Kingdom Hearts because of this fucking one over there. Because we all know Kingdom Hearts, when Kingdom Hearts 1 came out, or whatever, I was just not really super...
I was 12.
You were 12, and I was just not super interested into it. Anyway, I was just like, I don't give a shit about Disney, and whatever.
Riku was my boyfriend.
Man, Riku was your boyfriend, apparently.
And now he's Sora's boyfriend.
So I'm only recently getting into that shit right now, and so that Riku Sora shit is good. You know,
it's so good.
if you like Riku Sora, you can buy the buttons on my fucking Etsy that I'm putting up, so...
There's multi-shipping buttons on her Etsy too.
Yeah, I got KiriBaku,
BakuDeku,
and TotoDeku.
Yeah, TotoDeku.
Mm-hmm.
Get some Totobaku in there.
No. No, it's good.
Multi-shipping.
It makes me jealous. It makes my inner Izuku jealous when I see it.
Oh.
It's like, I want them.
Want them both. Oh, you should make an OT3 button.
You're right. Yeah. I guess my favorite current ship is BakuDeku.
Oh.
Just
Yeah.
I'm hella into that shit.
Invested.
And then I guess if I'm thinking about like older ships or whatever. So okay, here you go. I've got my Prideshipping. Like I always gotta have my.
I knew that was gonna come up. Fucking Prideshipping.
Kaiba and Yami from Yu-Gi-Oh! Is my jam in all variations of it. Whether it's, I think it's time shipping and then whatever.
Oh, is that like set and attempt?
Yeah. Yeah. That kind of shit. All those, any combo, whether it's like the movie that came out, the Dark Side of Dimensions came out, and Kaiba went, if you haven't seen it, please, it's good, if you like Yu-Gi-Oh! But Kaiba went back in time, because, you know, Yami disappeared, and so he's like, I'm here now, and I'm like, so he left the company to Mokuba, because he's probably like, I'm probably not coming back, which is gay as fuck one. But also, yeah, and he found Yami, so I would ship him and Tim too. It doesn't matter. I don't give a shit. But also, I feel like this is one that I like. Sanzu Goku from
Sanzo Goku.
and Goku from
Sayuki.
From Sayuki. But I'm more like Goku and Konzen. Better, like the past version. Oh, the past version of Sanzo, it's always Goku.
It's always been Goku.
It's always been Goku.
I want that on a shirt.
It's always been Goku.
And then not put the Dragon Ball Z version, put the Sayuki version, then watch all the Goku fanboys just like go insane. They're like, how is that?
Or we don't, and we don't put any art, and so the Goku fanboys can just buy it, and then I laugh because I'm talking about another Goku. But it's technically the same. What do you think about it? It's technically the same Goku.
The Monkey King.
It's the Monkey King Goku. It's just a different anime, you know? Whatever. It's always been Goku.
It's always been Goku.
But that shit is my jam. I cried. That's probably one of the few times I fucking cried about anime is when I fucking read Sayuki Gaiden and I fucking bawled my eyes out.
Oh, that fucking anime is beautiful.
God, I cried so hard. I was just like, oh my god. Normally I'm like, this is dumb. I don't cry over anime, but I love them so much. I love Goku.
Like that fucking Salty Dog picture?
Christ. Salty Dog is a collection of art books for Sayuki, and God, her art's so fucking beautiful.
If you haven't read Sayuki, you're missing out.
Good.
You need to read it.
Don't watch the anime.
Good. The animation kicks it up when they get into Reload.
Yeah.
But the first, 52 episodes
fucking trash
of the fucking anime Gensamaden Sayuki,
garbage.
It's not good. It's not good. I think they tried to capture her art and then they just failed.
Yeah,
they just fucked it
up.
They didn't
have the resources.
They didn't have the resources. Then Sayuki Reload, it kicked it up, and now the Sayuki Reload gun log is actually really good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, it is. It's really nice looking. It's
yeah,
really
they actually cut. Anyway,
but that is. Do you have anything else to say about fucking Ship Wars? Stop doing it.
Just stop. Just stop.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care about your reasoning on why you think a ship is wrong. I don't give a shit.
No.
I don't care. These are real people liking fake things. Let them like their fake shit.
There's so little chances to grasp happiness in this world.
Yes.
Don't be a reason for someone's unhappiness. Just do your own thing, and you will be a lot better for it. Yeah. I promise you.
People like legit lose interest in something that they love because of people like you talking to people who are super into Ship Wars and making people feel like crap. Like, people feel unwelcome in places where they are wanting to feel safe.
Mm-hmm.
And you're doing that. And you can justify that all you want. Be like, well, if they can't handle it, or I didn't tell them they should have. Well, you pushed them out. You had a hand in it. Take responsibility for your actions. Stop doing it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a real problem. Because, again, these are real people behind these screens. I know you can't see them. I know they look like letters on a screen.
Or an icon.
Or whatever. And a username. But they're actually real people on the other side of these phones or computers. And just, you don't have to. You don't have to do this. It literally takes no time not to do these things.
Mm-hmm.
Because, holy shit. Again, like Claire said, just like, there's so few things to enjoy in this world. Like, the world is so shitty.
Especially right now.
Right now, the world is so shitty. Let people enjoy their things. You don't need to psychoanalyze them. You don't need to give them your laundry list of reasons why their ship is trash. They might know that it's trash, and they just like it.
Yeah.
You know?
You can like what you want.
Like what you want.
That's the beauty of it. You can like whatever.
Like what you want. Dislike what you want, but keep to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You can talk to your other friends that also hate whatever ship that you all hate collectively in your own time, in your own space, you know, and without inflicting harm to others.
Yeah.
So that's all I gotta say. Just fucking stop.
Yeah.
Or we spank you.
I like spankings, but so.
Well, then talk dirty to me. Talk Ship Wars to me.
I fucking love SasuNaru, and I hate GaaNaru.
You fucking skank.
Now spank me. But that ends this episode
of the Weeabooth.
I hope you had a great Thanksgiving.
Yes.
I hope you guys are ready. I mean, it's the holiday season now. You can start playing that Christmas music, you know. And I'm gonna do that right after this, and we will see you guys
next week.
Where we talk about God knows what, but we'll figure it out. No.
Yeah, who knows?
Right. Yep. All right. See you next
Bye.
time.
Love you guys. Stay safe.
Bye.
Bye.
Sayonara.
Sayonara. We can never get our outro right. What the fuck?